A quick bit of chat about this Guillows P-51 Mustang. I built one long ago. In fact, I think it was the second balsa plane that I ever built, and it hung on my ceiling for a long time, and I think I really enjoyed it. It was a challenge. So I got this one a while back, and I'm still busy with this one. I've cut a piece of grid for the intake, even though the actual Mustang doesn't have a grid there. I guess I could put that deeper in to look like the radiator, so that you're not just looking inside there onto blank balsa, even if it's painted black. Got different wheels. They were a little bit oversized for a Mustang, but they're better than the very scant kit ones. I've done the elevator, the horizontal stabilizers and the elevators separately. This was really just because I felt like building elevators. That wasn't because I was particularly thinking that during flight I would want to have a different setup than what the kit provides. I can't remember if I flew my original one much. I don't think so. I think I hand through it a couple of times, but I just wanted to have a little bit of a better look on the rear section and have separate rudder and elevators. Built a bit of a different structure than what the kit asks for. The reason that I did that insert, by the way, is because it's far stronger having that balance horn with the grain going that way than a piece sticking out. That would probably break off very quickly. I 3D printed a seat to make the cockpit look a little bit more interesting, and that just came off Thingiverse, if I remember correctly. And then I printed it on my 3D printer, and then I looked for exhausts on Thingiverse and I found these. I think that this one's actually a failed print, because you can see it ended up flat there, so it hasn't completed the pipes properly. I'm not sure where I've put, you see, that's the one provided in the kit. I'm not sure where I put the other ones. They might be in here somewhere. And I wanted to make a slightly better cockpit. I didn't want to put in too much effort, but slightly better than nothing. I've painted it green, which makes it a bit difficult to see in there. I've got the instrument panel. I mean, to be honest, you could just print a photo of the actual Mustang interior and make sure you've done it to the correct size, and you'd have a very realistic looking instrument panel and even sidewalls to the cockpit. But what I want to actually speak about with this particular one that I did, which you can see a little bit of, so some builders have done quite a lot of this. They've actually filled in with thin balsas, which is well, obviously makes it a lot stronger, does make it heavier, but it allows for a very nice shaping, getting a much better shape going. It allows you to paint it, I guess, afterwards, or tissue covering. I'm not sure what the different reasons are that modelers do that. On this side, what you can see is I've given an inner wall to the cockpit, which I guess isn't that necessary, but it at least stops you from seeing the stringers when you look into the cockpit. It was just something that I felt like doing at the time. I'm not going to be doing more filling in on the fuselage. I did certain sections. I suppose I was almost just experimenting around the complex curves. Could do a little bit more improvement around there. At some stages I was a little bit heavy-handed, broke some of the stringers. And then when it came to the wing, now this wing is slotted in and is not glued in, but it's very tight and is extremely strong. Okay, so I've got a slight wiggle there. I did something interesting with this wing, and it hasn't been painted properly yet. It's just got a primer coat on it. What I did with this wing was I tissued it, but I wanted this aeroplane to be very durable. I wanted to hang on my ceiling and sort of not get damaged from any amount of handling or aging. So I decided to fiberglass the tissue. So fiberglass a tissued wing was also a little bit of a challenge for myself to see if I could do that. And it was not too bad. I don't know if you're going to be able to see there. There are areas where it's down there, maybe you can see. There are areas where there's some wrinkles, but in general that's now a very, very nice and strong wing, probably double the weight. So from a flying perspective, not desirable, but this aeroplane wasn't as I didn't plan for it to be a flying model, just a static hanging up on the ceiling type of model. So I can now paint whatever color scheme I felt like painting. I'm not sure what, I still need to think about that. And depending on the color scheme, you won't see some of the wrinkles in the wing due to the fiberglassing. But overall not bad. Just something interesting, something different that I thought I'd talk about. The other difference is I did a nice wingtip. Rather than the style of wingtip that they state in the kit, I did a solid block and shaped it, which made it far easier to do the tissuing and the fiberglassing, and looks quite nice. Not sure when I'll get to that to go further, but thought I'll just give you a quick video on that.